Saiyan warriors, I want to take you through my morning mobility scan, diagnostics, and just activation routine for the Saiyan Armour. So I'm checking basically through all the joints, muscles, just checking the body. With this one we do hip extensions, squeeze the glutes, check the quads, tension in the quads, and just feel inside to the body, and yeah, breathe in and breathe out. Do 10. I usually do around 10 repetitions. Squeeze the glutes and feel the tension and the lower limbs. Then I go check through my wrists, and I do this. There's another video on this channel with a full wrist recovery routine and prehab routine. You should check it out. But I do a quick check in the morning, check the wrists, the tension, the ligaments and everything, and listen into the body and try to build the connection, and try to put on the body armor part by part. Then I do the spine. I check through the spine. I check through the spine. Also around 10 times. Shoulder blades, different positions. And play with the hips and other parts of the spine and connection to the hips. Wake up the body. Then I do a couple of those, around 10 of each. And breathe through it. Warm up the shoulders. Activate upper body. Open up thoracic spine. Breathe in and breathe out. This is literally all just a checkup through the whole body. Like, we can all create our own version of it and the way we need it. I'm not saying you guys need to copy the whole routine, but it's just my approach about starting the day. It's a non-negotiable for me to go through the whole diagnostics of the Saiyan body armor. And with this one I really try to open the spine, thoracic spine, and in the next one, you see I put my hand behind the heel and I try to draw big circles with the knee and listen to the body and check feeling in my hips and outer hips, hamstrings. Yeah, also try to work with the shoulders and open them up a little bit, activate them. I do both sides, also around 10 repetitions. Then I breathe in and I try to put the weight of the upper body more towards forward, almost like falling and holding everything with the front of your toes. And then I just swing a little bit to both sides. Then I swing behind, try to make big circles. Both directions around 10 repetitions. Try to have a stable ground and foot position. Then I go to a 90-degree variation of the pigeon pose, basically. And I try to activate and feel into my piriformis muscle, not just stretch it, but try to actually use it and get tension into it and feel how much power it has. And I check it on both sides. Usually one side is more tight than the other side. Want to really open up the piriformis and activate it. See how strong it is at the very beginning of the day. And then one of the most important parts, in my opinion, while I loosen up the shoulders and upper body, I try to combine things, and as you can see, I try to kneel on my toes, especially the big toe, and I try to be in this position as much as possible at the start of the day, just to open up the fascia, because everything starts from the ground, the connection with your feet. So I try to really endure. Sometimes it's very tight and painful. It doesn't look painful, but sometimes the toes can be very, very tight. And that restricts everything else too, so I find it very important to check the big toes and the tension of your toes in general. And the same goes for this position, a little bit of shoulder opening. And then I do 10 each side with as straight legs as possible, but just opening up lower back, connection with the hip flexor, create balance there. That's what my intention is. If I do both sides, I'm usually having a good checkup, and I can feel if my lower back or hips are over or underworked. And this scan right here helps me to identify what needs to be done in that area. As I said, all of this is more a checkup, so that you as an athlete have the chance, or anybody has a chance, to prepare for the task at hand at the current day. And this one is core activation. I'm checking through my lower core, hips, hip flexors, and just general core tension throughout my center of my body. And I usually also do around 10 of those. I try to keep my lower back engaged and connected to the mat and the floor, and put my whole focus on keeping a tight core. Then I'm loosening and opening hips, checking adductors, abductors, And here the same principle, I try to stay connected with the floor in the middle section of my core as strong as possible. You don't want to arch your back doing any of those. And here again, like swimming, checking of hips, hip flexors, and lower body. Here check glutes, hamstrings, toes, calves, and then try to go into a bridge and see if there's any tension or lack of strength. The same goes for the neck. The neck. Do a quick checkup. And then I move to my quads. That's something I've been working for a while now to be able to do. But it all starts again with the toes, ankles, everything from the ground. I try to check the strength in various different positions, angles. And from those I also usually do 10, but I prepare gradually to go into this reverse Nordic. A little bit at a time, and I'm still improving and getting more range day by day. Rep by rep. Try to speak with my quads so that they can pull me back. Try to keep glutes extended and tight. And usually after a couple of reps, my body obeys the command and wakes up. You can do this, of course, with a friend. You can do this with support, bands. There's many ways to progress. But one thing is non-negotiable, it's consistency. You gotta do it a little bit every day and as pain-free as possible, of course. I still got room to improve. But that's something I added into my morning mobility Saiyan Warrior, Saiyan Armour diagnostics and scan. And here I do a little bit of hip warm up, again lower extremities, toes, knees, hips. And if you don't have a human resting squat yet, the great primal tool, you should get yourself a resting squat and do a 30 days, 30-minute resting squat challenge throughout the day. Here we go, I do some more body activation, hamstrings, posterior chain, shoulders, deltoids, also around 10 repetitions. Do a couple of holds too at the end. So this routine gives a very good and very good opportunity to scan through your body, weaknesses, restrictions, and build from that foundation and know where you're at, as I can throughout the years add things and try to improve. Of course, we all can. Then I do a little L-sit just to activate core and truly wake up after this. Then I check my hips and lower back with this little tool I added into the routine. You don't want to have your feet very close to your body. You want to have them slightly, you can't see it in this angle, but you want to have it slightly away from you. And that is it, the Saiyan Armour morning mobility scan and regimen I do every day, 365 non-negotiable before going out. We keep it lean, mean and clean. Peace out, Saiyan warriors.